For the last 3 years, artificial intelligence lived in our screens, wrote emails, it generated images, and it answered questions in chatbot. But in Las Vegas this week, AI decided to stand up and walk. What if the ChatGPT moment wasn't when the computer learned to talk, but when it learned to move? What if the biggest news from the Consumer Electronics Show, CES, isn't a brighter TV or a faster laptop, a robot that can navigate a crowded room, pour a cup of coffee, and maybe drive you home? And what if the promise of physical AI isn't just about cool gadgets, but about solving the labor crisis no human wants to fix? Welcome to Business Insight Daily. I'm your host, Shashank. Let's dive in. The theme Physical AI. Today we're at Las Vegas where the 2026 Consumer Electronics Show CES has kicked off. And it's one phrase you need to know. It's physical AI. For years, CES was about screens, better pixels, thinner bezels. This year, the focus has shifted dramatically to integrating AI into the physical world. It's no longer about AI that thinks, it's about AI that acts. Major companies like Amazon, Nvidia, and Hyundai unveil new products that blur the line between software and hardware. The tone was set by Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang in his keynote speech. Nvidia is the company that powered the first wave of AI with its chips. Now, Huang is telling us what comes next. He said, the ChatGPT moment for physical AI is here, when machines begin to understand, reason, and act in the real world. Think about what that means. The ChatGPT moment was when AI became accessible and useful for anyone with a keyboard. The physical AI moment is when robots become useful for everyone with a messy house or a warehouse to look at, or even a car to drive. It's a transition from generative AI, kinetic AI. So, what does this actually look like on the floor? Humanoid robots. Pursuing robots that look and move like us, not like the clumsy robots of the past, but fluid, adaptive machines found by foundational models. We can see an obstacle, understand it in its chair, and walk around or move around it. Autonomous vehicles. Hyundai and others are showing off cars that aren't just following GPS, but reasoning about traffic. A car that understands why a pedestrian is hesitating at the curb, not just that they are there. For the last decade, the most valuable companies in the world were software companies. Zero marginal costs, infinite scale. But physical AI brings back to atoms. You have to build the robot, you have to ship the car, and you have to deal with gravity, friction, and battery life. It's messy, it's expensive, but the upside is enormous. Because while software can organize the world's information, it can't wash the dishes, it can't stock the shelf, and can't drive the truck. The company that solves physical AI will unlock the physical economy. And that economy is much, much bigger than the digital one. Of course, seeing a demo in Las Vegas is one thing, putting a robot in your living room is one altogether. The challenges are huge. Safety, chatbot that hallucinates gives you a bad essay. A robot that hallucinates drops a plate or worse. Cost. These machines are incredibly expensive to build. And power. Moving a physical body takes a lot more energy than moving bits. But Jensen Huang is betting that the curve of improvement we saw with LLMs is about to happen with robotics. The models will get smarter, faster, and cheaper at an exponential rate. As we watch the announcements roll out of Vegas this week, we used to think of all the future was virtual. We thought we'd all be living in the metaverse. It turns out the future might be very, very real. This has been Business Insights Daily. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in our next episode.